Okay, shoot.
What is, in your opinion, what has been the best show of the year so far? Deathmatch, non-deathmatch, in general.
I think there's one company that we know that's taking a stomp on them, but we're gonna still go with them. I would think the very first. I don't know. The return of Nick Gage at GCW Game Changer World. The comeback.
That was big.
That was big, and also that was a big one, and of course, not. I want to say this year's Tournament of Death, but it wasn't. It was awesome. You know what I mean? The only match that really caught my eye, and really we all think you noticed it too, was everybody noticed. I don't know if they really took an eye to it, but Masada versus Schlack really was the match of the night. That, you know what I mean? It really I mean, because if you saw like Danny Havoc's match, Danny, of course, we're getting ready to retire. God bless him. Hanging up the boots pretty soon. But no, the glass didn't give. Did you notice that? I was like, what the heck is going on here? They had some cheap glass, DJ or whoever bought the glass. I don't know. But yeah, so sorry, nope. Huh? I know. You kept watching. We kept like, what the hell? But did you see that? That was pretty gnarly. One of the fans brought like the casket in the ring, like a box, a big box construction. I was like, what the? Pretty badass,
Oh yeah, for the finals.
I know. And then they threw a piece of glass and lit it on fire or whatever. It was badass.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet, man.
Huh?
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun at dude.
I did
too.
Wait till next time, But we'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll be there, that. Be there!
Absolutely.
So what else you got? Yeah, I would say that's my biggest, But going back, I don't know, like I said, but I would think, my first favorite death match, I'd say, would have to be, we all took a trip to Virginia there. Do you remember that? Wow, what the heck, what year was that? In March or something. Remember that? We all went up to Virginia one year, and, oh, dude, that was like an awesome death match show. With who is it? Toby Klein, right?
Oh, you mean VOW back in March?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really great show. That's who, they really opened the doors to us as a federation to watch and really appreciate. We appreciate going, and you're going to be in it, and that's awesome. I love it. We can't wait.
That's going to be it. That
Dude.
and Blood Brothers, I think, are going to be two shows that people are going to sleep on.
I know.
And they're definitely going to be two shows to watch, man. There's a lot of hungry people in there.
I know.
A lot of seasoned vets who,
I know.
They always give it 100%.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stiff competition.
I know. Pondo's coming back. Madman Pondo's coming again. It'd be great to sit and actually talk with him this time around. Because he was really. I heard he's really laid back after you talk to him after a while.
Oh, he's one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Mm-hmm. So I think I don't know if I gave him a shirt or not. I think I got tons of shirt. I'm bringing tons with me that week. People are gonna be like, "Wow, cool, thank you." You know what? All these wrestlers appreciate me hooking them up with those Deathmatch Russell T-shirts, and I like that. That's pretty.
Yeah. Hey.
You know what?
You gotta do, man.
I know. I'm not making $1, so you know what? Hey, it's promoting, and that's what it's all about. And saying thank you to thank you to you guys like you and other wrestlers in the business.
I'm nobody, man. I'm just.
I know you're just a kid from Pennsylvania. You're just a kid from Pennsylvania carving yourself up. That's it.
The dumb coal region hit, man. Central PA.
I know.
Fucking junkyard.
Yeah. Junkyard. What'd you find? Anything good?
I just bring my chain out here and I,
yeah.
beat on some cars and some refrigerators.
Oh, sweet.
Let out some frustration.
Sweet.
That's the thing, man. People have me tagged for photographer, and some people ask, why are you giving up that gig you shot? GCW, you shoot VOD, like
every month.
Why are you giving that up to wrestle? And I don't know. Maybe I have to prove something to myself. myself.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just fed up with promoters not paying me for shows that I shoot.
Yeah.
Back home.
Yeah.
Perhaps, you know.
Yeah. It's your time. It's your time. It's your calling. It's your yeah. It's your foot in the doorway to hell, you know? It's your foot into the door of carnage.
Oh, definitely hell, man. A lot of people, their nightmares end when they wake up. Mine begin when I fucking wake up, man.
Yeah. Hell yeah, but it's going to be a challenge, and you're set for it. You're set. Your mindset is going to be there, you know? Just go in at full force. Make sure I'll videotape for you and hook you up, you know? In September, you know?
Absolutely.
You know, fans are going to miss a great show. If they don't get down to Virginia, they're going to see something that they're not wanting to, you know, they don't want to miss, you know? It's a shame that, like, we try to push for people to go to these shows, and you know, Facebook's the only outsource, you know? We really get our media out to, you know, to help boost.
Well, no one flyers anymore either, man. Like,
yeah.
Even like punk shows, man.
Yeah.
These kids today, they don't flyer shows. They don't go out and push it as hard as they used to. And they wonder why crowds are dwindling. Crowds are dwindling at indie shows. Nobody wants to promote.
Yeah, it's like
promoters don't want to promote. They ask a handful of shitty workers to go out and flyer, and they put up one flyer at like a Chinese place or a local grocery store.
At your haircut. No, it doesn't.
You have to push, man. You have to canvas the area. People don't understand that anymore. They just rely on Facebook and Instagram to do it.
Oh, I gotta get back to.
Social media is great.
It really is.
Does so much.
It really is. You know, this social media and Twitter is really, you know, everything, whatever, Instagram, you name it, it's out there. People just don't know. Hit Google, you know, people, come on, hit the Google button, check it out. YouTube, there's plenty out there on the market, you know. It was really, you know, big WWE stuff. Okay, yeah, it is what it is now. I don't even watch it like I used to, you know. I'm not too hyped on it anymore.
I like the old Coliseum home videos.
I have a
ton of those.
I've got a couple of those.
That's my jam, dude.
Yeah, the old school. Gotta love the old school.
I'm an avid tape collector.
Yes. Yeah, it's badass. I love having DVDs, you name it, you know? VHSs. I should have a sale. Throw some online, you know? Or give them away. I don't watch them like I used to.
Matt Russell's yard sale.
That's right, folks. I mean, you never know when. You never know when.
Go to Deathmatch Russell's Estates. Get there early for all the hot deals.
Yes. Yeah, T-shirts must go. Yeah, there's something I got too many of. I think we all have them. I think we have too many of those in our collections. You know what I mean?
You never have too many T-shirts. Man.
I know, but I think
it's something small to purchase from the guys, but
yeah,
dude, some of these guys, you don't get paid what they deserve. Like, they don't make what they deserve. A lot of them.
No, I know.
Something like a T-shirt or a DVD or even a fucking 8x10, like.
Yeah.
That helps them so much. It helps
dude,
them
are you?
to get home.
Do these fans know that you're gonna hopefully have some shirts at these tournaments?
Yeah, I have some shirts. I might have 8x10s.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I'm gonna have to hook you up, get myself one of your tees. You know.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Get you out there. You know. Show off your wear. You know, like I show off my wear. Like I saw that one video of John Wayne Murdoch wearing it. You know, I'm like, that's cool. It's gnarly. You know.
Do it, man. I really dig John Wayne Murdoch's work. He's one of the
dude.
guys
He is.
California.
Yeah.
And he kills it every match that he's in. But I'm coming after him, man.
Yeah. You come.
Big Dog in that show, along with Tremont, JD Hart, all those guys, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple wild cards in there, you know, that a lot of people don't know about. But
yeah.
The established guys,
mm-hmm.
These young people, up and comers, they're going to be shooting for him, man. And,
yeah.
I'm shooting for Murdoch and BC Killer, dude.
Dude, BC Killer's one tough.
With everything I got.
Yeah, he's a character, man. I've tried to get him on, but he's hard to get a hold of. You know, some people are hard to get a hold of. It's all right, you know. gonna have John in September. I think it's hard for him right now. He's sharing the phone with like they always do with their with May. So it's always hard,
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's all right, man. Do what you got to do, It's our boy too, one of our friends, We'd like to,
For sure.
Jeez, wasn't for him, where would we be for deathmatch? That's like one of the guys that I really inspired, after, you got me hooked really as a hometown talent of, for wrestling, like just to get him going, and saying you did it, man. Kills it every time,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, let's see. What are we up to? Up time for you to hit out soon, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I don't have a watch or not.
Oh, it's like 8:22 right now.
Yeah, I should probably get going soon.
All right, fans.
Thanks for having me on, David.
Yes, pleasure, Drew. And late fans, just check him on Burning Hammer on Facebook. You can find him. That's the best way to find him.
That or the Art of Hardcore.
Yes, also. All right, man. You have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for being on.
I'll see you soon, David. Thank
Yes.
you, brother.
I'll see you next week, actually. I'll be at my old man's coming with me. Tom Point.
Oh, right on.
I know, right?
Awesome.
All right, catch you there. Yeah, that's it. Look, that's a stack card. That's a stack card for itself right there. I like it. Some new faces coming in. Some new.
On Point they never disappoint, man. On Point
I
is
know.
always awesome.
I know. Every time. Every time. All right, man. You have a good night, and I'll talk to you later. See you at the show.
Yep. See you soon.
All right, bye.
Bye.
I want to thank my guest, Drew Chahos, for being on as he debuts on the West Coast for Blood Brothers Pro in SoCal Crimson Cup Deathmatch Tournament. And also, he's going to travel back to the East Coast to Fairmont, West Virginia, to VOW, Vicious Outcast Wrestling, Lord of the Anarchy tournament, as he is going to be in the ring taking on a lot of guys in a scaffold scramble match. Thank you for listening to all my podcasts as usual. Deathmatch Russell Podcast. You can always follow me on Facebook at David C. Russell and on Twitter at DavidNJ32 for all your podcasts and wrestling needs, up and coming shows, wrestlers, promoters, the works. You'll never know who I'll have on the show. Stay tuned. And good night.